Good morning, everyone. As quickly as I can, I always try to get to know the audience that I'm speaking to. Now, to be perfectly frank and speaking from the heart, I understand who you are as a group. You're the group of people that I wished had taken care of my father from the age of about 45 to 72 as he was in and out of hospitals before his death with his heart problem. You're the people who I wish right now were taking care of my Aunt Rose back in Westmoreland County. So I understand who you are and I think where your hearts are, but I don't understand you as individuals. So in order to do that, what I want you to do is take a piece of paper and pencil in front of you, and I want you to write down one of the following shapes. As soon as I blurt them out, you write it down, and I don't want you to judge as to what it means. Don't second guess. Just whichever one pops in your mind first, write it down. You ready? Circle, triangle, square, Z. Circle, triangle, square, or Z, write it down. Some of you are looking at me perplexed. That says something about you as well, all right? Everybody got it down? Circles, raise your hands. Wow. Okay, we're in trouble. Circles, the good news is very out-of-the-box thinkers. You embrace people. You're relationship-oriented. Interesting thing about circles, you don't like being boxed in, cramped in, pointy things, square things, etc. As a result, all of you circles out there, a particularly undisciplined group of individuals. That's why we're in trouble. Don't deny it. Look at them, embrace it. How beautiful. All right. Triangles, raise your hands. Oh, cool. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Anybody sitting next to a triangle, just be careful. Triangles will do anything to get to the top of an organization as quickly as possible. The hardest driving, most ruthless individuals in the room. Make sure that before you leave, you get their business cards, okay? Squares. Raise your hands. Nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of. No, it's fantastic. We need accountants too. It's good. No, the point about the squares is that all of you circles, there's only 5 squares in this room. All of you circles desperately need them. They're the individuals who actually come to an event like this. They meet lots of people. They're social individuals as well. They meet people. They talk to them. They get their business cards. But guess what? They go home and enter them into a database, is what these people do. Now the Z's, the Z's. No, don't raise your hands. Bad idea. Z's, from what we can tell, all the sociological studies really point to the fact that Z's just preoccupied with booze and sex. By the way, if anybody would like to change and become a Z, raise your hand right now. You'll be a heck of a lot more fun at the cocktail event after the fact, right? I'm only partially kidding. Z's are actually the individuals who are nonconformists. They're the folks who say circle, triangle, square, all that's the normal stuff. I want to do something totally different. I'm going to pick something out of the ordinary, and they like booze and sex. Okay. It's about relationships. And by the way, if you get this, I don't want to dwell on it. I believe this is a group of individuals that understand people and humanity and the power and the importance of interrelationships, even to healing, I know you get it. If you understand what I'm saying, just tell me you got it. All right. Now, if you get it, now I'm going to ask, what's a business relationship? Okay? Give me the word you'd use to describe the really good, solid business relationships. Give me those words. Always comes up first. Trust. Fantastic. Trust. Respect. The Retha word. Love that one. Good. Trust. Respect. What else? Understanding. Good. Any others? Commitment. Into understanding. Commitment. I heard collaborative. Let's park those words here for a second. And we could go on. Win-win, collaborative, all those good, solid business words. Now come over here. Give me the words you'd use if I said, give me the words for the greatest personal relationships of your life. The best friends, the significant others. Love, good. Kindness. fulfilling, trust again. So let's assume all those words come over here. What do you add to it? Respect, loyalty. You know, how many people in here are married? That explains it. Curious why words like passion didn't show up earlier. Passion, fun, excitement, come on. I mean, all right, jeez. Okay. But let me just stop for a moment and describe what just happened. This is a problem. And it's sad, but it happens everywhere. Even in a place as touching and as humanistic and as relationship-oriented as this room, all I had to say was the word business relationship, and you had very different words for that than if I said personal relationship. I said business relationship, and all of a sudden in your mind, you created very transactional, solid, good, important words: trust, respect, collaborative, etc. All those are important words, but they sure weren't those words, right? You understand what I'm saying? You drew a line in your head automatically when I said business. And isn't it interesting? Have you ever had a boss that cared about your success? Raise your hand if you did. I'm not going to ask if it's your current boss. They might be in the room, all right? So, but of course, and you know what that was like. You know what it was like to get out of bed in the morning and go into work because you knew you mattered to somebody, and you worked harder, and sometimes on a weekend you'd work and you think, oh, do I really have time for this? But then you did anyway. How many people in this room work too much? Raise your hands. Here's the problem. Everybody who just raised their hands, you don't have enough joy in the workplace. I'm not saying you don't have joy. I'm saying you don't have enough joy in the workplace. And you know why? Because there were times in your life that you worked harder than you do right now, and you had more joy, and you wouldn't be thinking that you worked too much. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me you get it. That was a very sad get it. But the point that I'm trying to make is that over here, how many of you ever had a relationship with somebody that you were of service to in serving, a patient, a customer, whatever, a good friendship, a good solid friendship? Anybody ever have that? Raise your hands. You know what that feels like, right? You know what it feels like versus creating, developing, and living in only transactional, solid business relationships. This is the kind of stuff that we're fighting against. We're here as a mission, as a part of Plaintree, to move our service to be more humanistic, right? Do I get it? All right. But then here I am, saying, what relationships are you creating? And you're creating these. So here's the point. It's very simple. This is a choice. This is a choice. The most important thing, it's not about a set of skills to learn. It's a mindset to adopt. And as a part of today, what I'm going to try to do with y'all is that, first of all, I hate training. Hate it with a passion. I almost hate education, but we got to have it. What I care about is experience, because experience is how we learn. Experience is how we learn. Now, we run a training and development company, and one of the things that I say in my training and development efforts is that every time my folks go out there, they've got to find a way for you to taste a different experience, because once you taste success in some way, then you're going to run out there and want to do it a little bit more.